Yes, I can hear you, Clem Fandango.
I'm clicking. Oh, there you go. I was clicking Zoom, but it wasn't doing it. Enhance. There we go. Welcome to Nerds Chatting, movie, TV, comic chat. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome, everybody, to the Nerds Chatting podcast. My name is Nate, and with me today is my very good friend, Ben. Hello, Ben.
Hello, Nathan. How are you?
I'm all right. This is weird. It's just the two of us.
It's just the two of us. It hasn't been just the two of us in a long time.
Feels good to not have James here.
Oh, poor James. We can't say
poor James.
that.
His ego is big enough to get over here and join us.
So are his balls. That's why he's gone to the dick doctor,
Absolutely
you see. That's
correct.
why he's not here tonight. Obviously,
Yeah.
he's at the dick doctor getting his balls checked because
correct. Yeah.
they're so big. Something's gone wrong.
I love that when there's just two people, we always set the tone right there and then, early on.
Yes.
Dick doctor.
Dick doctor. No haircuts. You know, I heard when you said, "Oh, I've gone for a haircut."
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I haven't gone for a haircut, but dick
yeah.
doctor obviously. But yes, that's where he is, getting his balls checked. Hope he's fine. Sure, he won't be.
Yeah. With the Nerds Chatting, we talk about movies, TV shows, comic books, and all things nerdy, including things like Disney. Might be on the menu today.
Yeah. Why is that a thing? Is that a thing for a reason? Or
We'll get into it.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, should we talk about some broken news?
Yes, let's do that. Broken news.
So this is broken news. It's not us telling you the news. It's telling you what we think about the news because it's so old, it's already broken.
Yes. Although there is a breaking bit of
There is-
broken news
there
on
is, yeah,
tonight's
yeah.
list. Anyway, we'll get to that in a bit. Right.
First bit of news. The Emmys happened.
They did. I'm just going to open this link so you can talk to me about it, and I'll actually understand who won what. Because lots of people won lots of things.
Yes.
And there was a good showing for British people, I believe, at
Yes.
this year's Emmys, which is great.
We don't talk about the Emmys very much.
No.
But it was just there were two very interesting things for me. I mean, there's some stuff in there that I haven't seen that I think is meant to be very, very good, like the marvellous Mrs. Maisel.
What is that? I've got no idea what
but I hear it's very good.
Okay, right, good. As long as you don't know either.
Phoebe Waller-Bridge won for Fleabag for outstanding writing in a comedy series and for outstanding lead actress in a comedy series and for something else.
To do with a comedy series?
Yes, definitely, if I can scroll down quickly enough.
Yeah, I'm trying to fill for you, but I can't find it either.
It won outstanding comedy series outright.
Right.
And you haven't watched it.
No, and I posted a tweet to the Emmys on Monday saying, look, when they award 3 awards to a show that you've told me I should watch, it makes you look clever, and no one wants that.
Nope.
So I'm going to have to obviously watch Fleabag. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've seen the public outcry about the love for Fleabag and how much everyone loves it. Just from the outside looking in, it looks weird.
Yeah,
I'm sure I'd love it, but I just can't get around to it yet.
I really don't want you set up too much because it is a BBC comedy.
And it's just won 3 Emmys.
Yeah, but it's not... I don't want you to be like, this is going to change my life. Because, it's very good. It's very clever and very witty. But it's just a 2-series BBC comedy. I mean,
Well, so was The Office.
True. Faulty Towers. Do you know what? Actually, it's up there. Actually, no,
It's up there with The
it's
Office and
really,
Fawlty Towers.
it's really good.
Wow.
It is really very, very funny, and she's excellent in it.
Now, let's talk about something that I feel was possibly not deserved.
You want to talk about Game of Thrones?
Winning Outstanding Drama Series. Now, did it win it because of everything that came before?
Yes.
Or did it win it because Season 8 was so great? Because I don't believe that the latter is true. I believe Season 8 was not great.
Okay, for me, it's a bit like Return of the King won all the Oscars, right?
Because of everything that came before,
Yeah,
right?
because Return of the King's not as good as Fellowship of the Ring. It's not. It just isn't.
I'd argue it's not as good as
The Two Towers.
The Two Towers.
I would agree completely.
Yes.
I think they decrease in quality. I'm not saying that the third one is bad. I'm saying the third one is a great movie. I'm just saying that Fellowship is a outstanding movie.
It's more of a total film.
Yeah.
Got you.
So, but they finished it, right? They were like, it's done. Maybe we should give you some awards for how amazing you've been.
It's done. Sorry, that's my Frodo impression.
Yeah. So Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones won Best Outstanding Drama Series. It was against Better Call Saul, which I still haven't seen any more than 3 episodes of, by the way, but I will get to because I'm rewatching Breaking Bad. Talk about that later.
Yep.
Bodyguard, which I think is the Keely Hawes and Rob
Yes.
Stark from Game of
Yes,
Thrones show, which I've seen and is good.
Yeah, Richard Madden, yeah.
Killing Eve, which I hear is superb, and I've not seen any of it.
Written by Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Yeah. Ozark, which I've seen, I think 2/3 of season 1, and I drifted away from it, but it was very good.
That's a shame.
Jason Bateman.
Yeah,
it was
'cause
good,
you
but
were
I just
enjoying that, yeah.
it wasn't gripping me so much that I had to find out what was happening next. And I think it was because it's very American,
Right.
Like it's so American, it's unbelievable. But it just didn't grip me. But I will probably go back to it someday, and I'm going to just skip over the last 3 here. What was that? Is that Pose? Pose?
Yeah,
trying to see
Pose,
that.
Pose, yeah.
Secession.
Sure, yeah.
And This Is Us.
Yeah.
I don't know what any of those things are. I know James is watching Secession and says it's amazing.
Yes.
But I've not seen it. So I guess out of that list, maybe the one that could have challenged it, and one was Killing Eve.
Yeah, maybe.
But maybe they thought, you know what, we've given Phoebe Waller-Bridge 3 awards already for this
maybe not.
stuff.
Yeah.
Let's give this one to Game of Thrones, tidy that one away, and then Killing Eve will come back next year.
Also, you're almost certainly spot on. But I have a question for you, Ben.
Good. I love it when you have a question for me. Oh, and Jodie Comer won for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Drama Series for Killing Eve as well.
Oh, right, yeah. I mean, there's some great stuff in there. I mean, before I get to my question, actually, I really want to watch Barry, which Bill Hader won the Best Actor for in a lead comedy series. Barry looks amazing.
Barry is isn't he a hitman or something?
Yes.
He decides he actually wants to be an actor or something like that?
Exactly that.
That's an incredibly interesting premise to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of want to watch that as well.
The Nerdwriter One on YouTube does a really amazing breakdown of a scene from Barry, and that YouTube video made me want to watch the whole series, so I will pick up Barry at some point.
Oh, okay.
My question for you, though, going back to Game of Thrones.
Yes.
Season 8.
Yes.
If seasons 1 to 7 had been the same pacing and style and dialogue as season 8, do you think it would have been as good a show?
No.
Really?
Not at all.
See, I think on reflection, I think season 8, it probably is a solid season. It's just not the same style.
Yeah, and there's probably a lot of hype around the fact that, oh my God, it's ending, and everyone wants to know what's going to happen, and then it ended.
Yeah. Because we talked about this, about how like the different types of writers. There's like a rambling writer, which that sounds like a negative, but it's not. It's like someone who takes the time over character, and it's all about the dialogue. And then
they let it develop a bit. Yeah,
and then there's a different type of writer that like knows where they want to get to and gets to it. Mm-hmm. And the thing that we've talked about before is that season 8 just shifted from those previous all 7 seasons before were those sort of character driven, and then 8 was like, here's where we start, here's where we're going to end.
Let's wrap this picture.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So I wonder if I don't think 8 is actually as bad as we all.
I haven't rewatched it.
No, me either.
I will say that, and I do remember absolutely adoring the 2nd and 3rd episode of season 8. So the 2nd episode is the one where they're all. It's like their last night before the end of the world.
The second one was great. The first one, I
hated
it. I was like, what is the point of this? And then the second one came along and be like, there's some character and tension and
That's
drama.
right. And I liked that, actually. I did like that. And I liked some of the shots in the 3rd episode with the whatever it was, the long night.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the battle.
Some of that was incredible.
Yeah.
The payoff was great. But yeah, it's just... it felt like it was too quick. It could have been another 2 seasons. But anyway...
But, I mean, I guess you've got to look at...
We're talking about the Emmys. Yeah.
Peter Dinklage won Best Supporting Actor. I think that's fair. I think that's fair that he was a supporting actor in that role.
Yeah.
And I think it's fair that he won it, because I think he portrayed the emotion excellently. Like, you believe he is Tyrion. But
yes, you do. Yeah. That is true. Shout out in there as well to
Chernobyl. I thought you were going to
Chernobyl. Talk about. Yes, absolutely, because that was a fantastic show, and everyone should watch it. And also to where is he? I'm going to butcher his name right now.
Do it.
But outstanding lead actor in a limited series or movie went to Jarrell Jerome for When They See Us.
Oh, you talked about this.
Oh my God, that program is... Everyone needs to watch it. You've got to watch it. It's based on a true story, and it's... I think it's the Central Park 5, I think they were known as.
Right.
Late 80s in America. They were convicted of a horrific rape, and hey, turns out they had nothing to do with it.
Shock horror.
I know, and and they were convicted because they were young black and Hispanic men, and they fit the bill basically for the profile of the person or the people they were looking for at that time. And it was a dreadful miscarriage of justice. Got to watch it; it's good. You would love it.
I'm sure I would. I'm going to move us on to something lighter though.
Yeah, maybe. We're talking about the Emmys. Yes, let's wrap it up.
Frozen 2. There was a trailer. So
right.
This is the Disney.
This is the Disney bit, right?
Here we are. We're at the Disney part now. Anyone that was waiting for the Disney part,
Yes.
here it is.
Move away from the miscarriage of justice.
Yeah. I literally just watched the trailer just now.
Yeah, I think it looks fine.
I think it looks brilliant.
Yeah. You called something out in the trailer. Now, spoilers, if you haven't watched this trailer and you want to go into this film having seen nothing and no plot details at all, check out the timestamp, skip forward a couple of minutes.
Yep.
Okay, so you said that Elsa is going to die. Hang on, Elsa's magic?
No, Anna's going to die.
No.
Anna. She said, I'll always be with you.
No, wasn't that Elsa?
No, that was Anna.
Was it?
Anna, yeah.
Oh, okay.
One of them's going to die.
One of them's going to die. Or fake out, we think they will and none of them will.
Yeah. I think Anna's going to get fire powers because there's like some fiery stuff in there, and there's not every scene in it is all icy.
And she has red hair.
And she has red hair. Blah blah blah. Exactly.
Yeah. I get it. I know. Yeah.
I think it looks like a really cool superhero movie.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it'll be brilliant. I'm going to go and watch it, obviously, with the kids. I took the kids to see Frozen years ago, and I was so amazed at how good it was. So I'm hoping that this is going to be up there.
Because it's like a musical, right? I mean, like I know all Disney has some sort of element, but the songs were good enough to be on stage. You could imagine it just being a stage show.
Elsa is the Ice Queen, right?
She is.
Okay, so Elsa is played by, oh my God, Adina Menzel or something. I've completely got that wrong. Menzel.
We'll get it. It's fine. It's all good. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's in this article. Stupid article from who's this from? Comicbookmovie.com. You suck.
And it was as Kristen Bell plays Anna.
Yes. Yeah. But the lady who voices and sings the songs for Elsa is a musical stage actress.
Yes.
And she's fantastic.
She's the sort of wicked girlfriend in Enchanted.
I think she may have been in Wicked as well.
Yes.
I think she was. Yeah. I've got to look up her name now with technology that obviously doesn't exist.
Yeah.
But I will look it up. Oh, Jonathan Groff is in it as well, voicing the handsome lead, and he's in Mindhunter. And that's great.
While you're looking that up, there's the voiceover at the beginning, and I was like, that's Dr. Octopus. It's Alfred Molina, right?
It is, yeah.
There's no doubt in my mind it's Alfred Molina.
I was right. It's Adina Menzel. That's right.
Back yourself.
Thank you. Did and I won.
There's so much doubt in your
Got
voice.
it. But yeah, Kristen Bell's returning. Jonathan Groff as Kristoff. That's right. Josh Gad as Olaf. Yeah, people are coming. Oh, Hans is back.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. He's too much of a bad guy. I just think it looks great. I think it looks. I mean, it's November.
Oh no, hang on. I'm reading Frozen, not Frozen 2. He's probably not back.
He might be. Yeah. It's really soon. It's really soon.
When is it?
November 22nd.
Okay.
2 months' time.
That'll have a nice run up until
Christmas.
Star Wars episode, whatever, the return of someone.
It's almost like Disney have got plans to control cinema forever.
Well, they've definitely controlled 2019 so far, so yeah, I guess. Oh, also, isn't that film coming out soon that the sequel to the one that you like with Angelina Jolie?
Maleficent?
Yes.
Sequel. Yeah, but it doesn't look as good.
But it's coming out soon, right?
Yeah.
So again, this Disney, let's take all your cash.
Have you not seen Maleficent?
Nah.
Oh, it's really good.
Yeah, I've not seen any live action
it's
Disney
really
films.
Good.
Yeah, I don't.
People are screaming at you right now.
I know.
They're like,
fine.
Ben, it's really good.
But it's important that they know, Nathan, that everyone is allowed to have their own wants and needs and dislikes in this world. Yeah. And I'm just not fussed about live action remakes of Disney movies that I've seen already.
Fair enough.
That's fine.
Fair enough. Moving on?
Yes, talk to me about something to do with Ghost Rider.
So Ghost Rider is one of the Fox Marvel properties.
Uh-huh. Was he?
Yeah.
Okay, but wasn't he in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Or a version of him was?
Yes.
But it was a different Ghost Rider because there are several, aren't there?
It wasn't Johnny Blaze, yeah.
Okay.
Fox obviously was bought by Disney.
Yes.
It was well documented over the last 6 to 12 months.
And the rest,
massive buyout from Disney. So there's a rumour that Marvel are looking to do a Ghost Rider TV series, but it will be unlikely to be the chap from the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Ghost Rider.
And it won't be Nick Cage, right?
No.
Okay.
However,
Oh, okay. I'm listening.
apparently, now this is all rumor, circumspect. It's all up there random, right?
Yes. Take it with a punch of salt.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I'm listening.
Keanu Reeves has been spotted around the Marvel Studios and has apparently been skirted for some sort of role.
Okay.
He is hot as you like right now.
He's so hot right now.
And the tweet that I saw about this was like, Keanu Reeves loves motorbikes, is obsessed with motorbikes. Keanu Reeves being skirted for a Ghost Rider. Keanu Reeves being skirted for a Marvel property. Marvel want to make a Ghost Rider series. And they just put 2 and 2 together and they've come up with like $1 billion.
Is it series or is it film? Or is it? We don't know yet. We don't really know.
Television series, they're saying.
Okay.
They're saying television series.
They
are putting a lot of stock into their TV series at the minute.
Well, they've got every character under the sun that they could make a TV show out of, really, and have something good about it that would hook people in one way or another.
Yeah.
So I see no reason why they couldn't make a dark, really nasty, sort of supernatural type show.
Yeah.
With Ghost Rider, they could do something really, really good with that, and have it be really eerie and not for kids.
But if you've got Blade and you've got Moon Knight, you're stacking up a couple of characters there.
Yeah.
You bring back Daredevil, you can do something like dark streets of New York. You can do some demon stuff.
Mephisto.
Yeah,
that sort
exactly.
Of thing.
You can bring Doctor Strange into it. I think this is a really interesting direction. Really interesting, and it's because Marvel started out the MCU with its big, bright, colourful Earth heroes, right?
Yes.
It dipped its toe in cosmic and now has gone full cosmic.
Sure. Okay. Yes.
The other parts of Marvel that are really not really been looked at yet is that street level. And I know the Netflix series have done a lot, but they've done the same thing over and over again.
They're brushed aside now, I think.
Yeah.
I think they're gone.
And I think Marvel may have seen that was something people liked, but maybe wasn't done as well as they could have done.
Sure, yeah. And they've tipped their cap at it with announcing Blade with Mahershala Ali as well.
Yeah, because they're saying, like, that guy didn't play that character.
Yeah, that's right. So this guy exists.
Yeah.
Blade exists in our universe. So it stands to reason that if he does, other characters of his ilk, like supernatural type of characters, will also be around as well. So, do you know, I still haven't seen any of the Nick Cage Ghost Rider movies.
Right.
And I'm aware that the sequel is actually better than people give it credit for.
Yes.
But I still haven't seen any of them.
It is better than people give it credit for.
While still probably being awful.
While still being awful. You hit the nail directly on the head. You took the words out of my mouth. The first one is just dumb.
Right.
But, you know, it's Nick Cage fun nonsense. I mean, he was in that era of, like, just about when Nick Cage was about to do his crap stuff.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He'd won an Oscar, and he was like, I just want to...
I'll take all these roles and get paid millions of dollars for them, and nothing will happen.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
It's my Nick Cage.
That's good.
Oh,
watch the second one if you want. The first one doesn't count, really.
Okay, so watch Ghost Rider, Spirit of Vengeance. Don't watch anything else.
Yeah.
Or wait until Marvel release Ghost Rider, the TV show, starring Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Good. It's Canoe, right? It's not Keanu, it's Canoe.
It's Canoe, yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. Good.
Moving on?
Yes.
So, Smallville.
Wow, there's a name I didn't think I'd hear again in a long time.
So the Flarrowverse, Flash and Arrow, Flash. I love it. Man, it's late. Just side note here. The fact that you and I are both awake after the couple of weeks we've had at work.
True.
Oh, my God.
Nurse chatting nights, but it's not sexy.
No.
We're asleep.
Yeah. Nurse chatting nights is just pillow talk.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry. The Arrow universe. So we know Arrow's finishing. There's going to be another crossover. They do a crossover a year now. The major crossover this year is Infinite Crisis or Crisis on Infinite Earths.
That's the one. The second one. Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Yeah. Yes. And we know that Brandon Routh is going to play Superman, like a almost an Earth 2 sort of Kingdom Come type
of guy. Yeah.
Who else do we know is coming into it? Some other
we know Kevin Conroy is playing
old Batman.
Old Batman.
Yeah.
Probably Mark Hamill's going to be in there somewhere.
It wouldn't surprise me if they brought someone from the Titans in. Why not?
Sure. It wouldn't surprise me either.
Because we also know now that Tom Welling and Erica Durance are coming back as Clark Kent and Lois Lane from Smallville.
I mean, that's pretty bloody awesome, if I'm honest with you. I think what it means is that whilst I was already thinking, hey, do you know what? I might check this out. This might be fun. Now I'm booked to watch this show.
Yeah, I don't want to watch anything else, just the crossover.
Just the crossover. Yeah, I don't want to see anything else. No. I don't care about anything else.
No.
I've never seen Arrow. Flash got weird. I've not watched Legends of Tomorrow.
No.
And what's the other thing? I'm sure there's another one as well.
Black Lightning?
Yeah, I haven't seen that. Oh, he might show up, I guess.
Yeah, I
don't think he's in that universe. But
Batwoman's in it, obviously, of course, as well.
Yeah, she's going to have a show. There's something else I'm missing. Oh, Supergirl.
Oh, yeah.
Supergirl's going to be in it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh, and the Superman from Supergirl is also going to be in it, along with that Lois Lane as well.
Hoshlin?
Yes. The guy with the best butt any man has ever seen.
If we're talking about good butts, Erica Durance is one of the most beautiful women on the planet.
Wow, that was an incredibly sexist thing you just said, and I agree with it completely.
Yeah. Tom Welling is pretty.
Tom Welling is oh my God.
His collar.
The grey. I hope he doesn't dye his hair. I hope it's grey, like his natural hair is at the moment.
Right.
Because, damn, son, you've got it going on.
That is a power couple, right? That is a power. Yeah.
I'm all for it. Yeah. I'm right here for it. Yeah. I will watch this, honestly. I have read the Crisis on Infinite Earths comic book, and it drove me insane.
Yep.
But I finished that one.
Yep.
I will check this out. It does feel like it could be, this is their version of like Infinity War and Endgame. And I hate to make that comparison.
Yeah.
But they're putting an awful lot into it and bringing all these characters from these different shows and people who voice characters from games and animated series coming in to be live action versions of them. You know, it's amazing what they've done. I'm okay for it.
I agree.
Hopeful.
I think it's great. It's interesting with what we're going to talk about later. It feels very wrap up. So very interesting that you would say it was Infinity War Endgame-ish.
Let's stick a pin in that, shall we?
Okay. Sticking with DC, though.
Sure.
There was a Birds of Prey poster and a teaser. A teaser was a couple of weeks ago or a week ago?
Yeah, something like that.
When we weren't podding.
It was fine. It was fine.
I mean, obviously this is going to be fun and great and fun, but I really don't like Harley Quinn. So I'm sticking the mud on this one. I really am.
Now, I'm kind of with you a little bit on this character. I think she's been done to death.
Yeah.
However, there was a very interesting version of her done within the last 12 months in Batman White Knight.
Yes.
Where you actually discovered, spoilers for that comic book that came out like a year ago, that there were two Harley Quinns. There was the one who was originally with the Joker, and he went a little bit off the rails. She disappeared, and he replaced her with a crazy, mallet-wielding, suicidal Harley Quinn, who is the one that you hate.
That's interesting.
They got rid of that one. It's like they fought her off, and the other one came back to try and because the first one tempered the Joker's homicidal craziness, and she sort of had not control of him. That's the wrong word. She could manipulate him enough that he would calm it down a little bit.
Is this in canon?
Oh no, it's an Elseworlds book. It's an Elseworlds book. It's by Sean Murphy, and it is incredible.
Oh, I'm so let down.
But it's really, really interesting take on it. Really interesting take on the character. And don't get me wrong, I don't think they do that here. But if she just dialed it back a little bit, because obviously the Joker's a terrible human being, and he's awful to Harley Quinn. He's abusive to her. It's a terrible abusive relationship.
Yes.
And this seems like, with the title, The Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn, and then she's got around her neck Mind Over Mayhem.
Yes.
So she's kind of like bringing herself back a little bit to who she was, who she used to be.
Let's hope so, yeah.
So, do you know what? Listen, I don't know enough about Birds of Prey to get into it. I like that they've got Ewan McGregor in it as Black Mask.
Yeah, that's great.
It is Black Mask.
Yeah, great bit of casting. Yeah,
great casting.
Well, you've also got, you're going to have Huntress in it. So it's Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who's been in many things, Scott Pilgrim and Cloverfield.
Yeah, 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Yeah, she's been in lots of
other things.
She's got nerd cred.
Yeah, she's good.
So Huntress is a pretty cool character to have in there. In the pre-Infinite Crisis comic books, Huntress is the daughter of Batman and
And in post-Infinite Crisis?
She's someone else entirely.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I'm glad we had this conversation.
Yeah. And you've got Diana Lance back, so Black Canary.
Yeah.
Renee Montoya's going to be in it, which is great. As Rosie Perez, what's she been in? I know that name.
She was the love interest of Billy Hoyle in White Men Can't Jump.
Oh, yeah.
And I used to have a massive crush on her in the 90s. In fact, I still have a crush on her because she's great. What was she in recently that I saw her in?
Pitch Perfect 2?
Counselor? No.
I'm picking these out of the air.
I think she might have been a cop in. It's not a recent film.
The other guys.
No. She might have been a cop in that. No, Christ, what is it? It's the one. Bloody hell!
I'm not helping you here.
It's the one where Seth Rogen is buying drugs from James Franco, and then they witness a murder accidentally, and
I have not seen this
happens.
film. I do not know this film you're talking about.
Pineapple Express. That's the one. She was in that, and I think it came out like 10 or 11 years ago or something, and she was great in it. Yeah. Anyway, I'm up for this film. I'll watch it.
Yeah. Look, it'll be fine. As long as it's not as bad as Suicide Squad, which...
Well, I didn't hate Suicide Squad.
I didn't hate it either, but it wasn't good.
Okay, I can't lie. It wasn't great. Yeah. Just to remind everyone, if this character still exists, then that does, of course, mean that Jared Leto's Joker still exists.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be fun if he showed up?
It'd be fun if they killed him off and said, well, got rid of that...
a-hole.
Yeah, or like he was... a pretender. Like someone said, got rid of that pretender to the throne.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
I still think they should have done what they should have done with that guy and made him an old Robin.
Oh, Jason Todd.
Made him Jason Todd.
Yeah, that would have been interesting.
That would have been really interesting, wouldn't it? And he was killed by Joaquin Phoenix's Joker.
I think...
I think
there's going to be so many lines drawn under all of this.
We'll get to it.
Yeah.
Let's get to it.
Right, sticking with DC quickly.
Oh, okay.
So, The Batman, there's been some casting.
There has. This is the Batman starring Robert Battenbat.
Yes, as coined by the Wiki Planet.
Yes, that's the one.
So...
I've got something to say about that in a minute. Keep going.
Okay. Jeffrey Wright has been cast as Jim Gordon.
The commish. I think that is brilliant casting.
Fantastic.
Absolutely on the money.
Love that actor.
Put him in a pair of glasses. Make those glasses a bit like very reflective.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm for it. I'm all for it.
Yeah,
so
he will be so dry, and the commission's like he's so done with Batman's shit, but respects him at the same time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, he's going to disappear any second, and I feel like that's the route we're going with this. I really hope that's the route we're going with this character, this Batman character. He's been Batman for a while.
Yeah. I get that. Yeah, he has.
And the other bit of casting is Jonah Hill, and they haven't announced who he's playing.
Yeah, okay.
But apparently he wants something like 3 times the amount that Robin Battenbat is being paid.
Really?
Yes.
Where does he get the minerals to ask for that?
He said he wants as much as $10 million to star in the movie.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I guess he's a star. I guess he's a pull to the...
Sure.
Is he a draw? Is he a draw to the cinemas?
Well,
do people go, oh, Jonah Hill's in a new movie?
Would you think that Jonah Hill is your classic leading man?
No,
I wouldn't say so. So I think maybe he's haggling. Maybe that's his jumping off point for opening negotiations for starring in this movie.
Just don't tell us. Why does DC air its dirty laundry all the time?
Why does it show us how the sausage is made?
Exactly.
I don't want to know.
Who's he going to play then?
Well, I originally said, because obviously he's dropped a ton of weight again.
Yeah.
I originally said I could see him as like a Arkham City style Riddler.
I'd love that.
But then you went, no, he's going to be Penguin, right?
Yeah.
And I just thought, shit.
He might be Penguin, but that might be a bit too obvious.
Yeah, could be.
It'd be nice if he did something really left field, like something I can't think of on the top of my head, like Killer Croc or something. Although we already have one of those.
Well, he can't be Killer Croc. Come on.
Yeah. Oh right.
Listen, I love the guy, but he can't be Killer Croc. He can't be an 8-foot tall crocodile man.
Yeah, you've got a point.
Okay.
Riddler would be good.
If he could, because if you make him a serious character, played by a comedic actor, well, there's previous for that with Jesse Eisenberg. It didn't exactly go well.
Well, Cheetah is being played by the lady from Bridesmaids.
Kristen Wiig, yes.
Yeah.
But she can actually act.
Oh, you've got a point, yep.
So what I'm saying here is, I'm not saying that Jonah Hill can't act, but what I'm saying is he is normally a more zany type of personality.
Right.
So embrace that. Make him a zany type. Don't make him a hard-nosed gangster with a bit of glass in his eye.
No.
Make him a zany sort of character who is obsessed with being the winner.
Yeah.
Make him the Riddler. I think that would be brilliant casting. The Riddler in like the comic books can be seen as like a foil for the Batman. He's a bit like the Joker, and he's a bit this, and he's a bit that. But the Riddler in some of the Arkham games, he is so unhinged from reality when he's not in control.
Yeah, yeah. And he's all about control.
And he's all about control. I think that would be perfect for that guy.
It's a good shout.
Oh, thank you. I put a lot of thought into that, and I read it on the internet as well.
Oh, good. Excellent.
So I'll go with what that person, whoever that was, said that.
But regardless of who he plays, happy?
Yeah, well, absolutely. Why not? I think there's going to be quite a few characters in this movie, aren't there? And I think maybe, wasn't there something about it's going to be based off, loosely based off of Long Halloween?
Might be, yeah.
And Long Halloween is like one of the best Batman comic books there is ever.
You know what? He's going to play one of the mob bosses from Long Halloween, isn't he? He's not going to play a costume guy. Is it Falcone?
Yeah, there's also Falcone's son is in it as well. Could be him. Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
We're all going costumes, but it's going to be a dark mobster movie, isn't it?
Yeah, but he can't play a dark mobster. He could play a... No, I don't know. Maybe he could. I don't know. What do I know about acting?
Long Halloween. I'll just type this up.
Okay,
Long Halloween
you type it up.
A lot of villains in it, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
It's not a ton of them. Dissimilar to Hush in that way.
It's very much like Hush in that way, yeah. It's got like the Rose Gallery, like Joker shows up at Christmas flying a bloody biplane and stuff like that.
Yeah, so it's got...
Wow.
I'm thinking Tombstone, but that's Marvel. No, Solomon Grundy. Thank you.
On like a Monday.
Everyone just heard my brain working.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I don't like it when it ticks like that.
Scarecrow. It's got Mad Hatter. It's got Penguin, Joker, Poison Ivy.
Yeah.
Catwoman.
Yeah.
It's a really interesting cast.
It is an epic comic book. What there isn't in it, though, is a lot of Batman being a detective, which a lot of this film is supposed to be about.
Yeah.
There's a lot of him going, I'm trying to work this out. But you never actually see him working it out. It all sort of happens around him a little bit. So, I don't know, we'll see.
They'll put some more of that. They'll put a bullet in a piece of concrete that he has to explode out and re-implode and figure out the fingerprint from a fake... I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
what
know.
happened in that movie.
But the killer in this, there's well, unless I shouldn't say it. Do you remember the Long Halloween comic book? You know, there's probably 2 killers.
Yes.
And one of them is Falcone's son, who's got a bit of a grizzled hand.
Yes.
And the other one is probably Harvey Dent's wife.
Yes.
Okay, good. Just checking you knew all that.
I would love to see some of the. I think it was Scott Snyder's run where Jim Gordon's son came about. James Gordon was a psychopath.
Yes, he was a Black Mirror of Batman.
Yeah,
yes,
that was good
who was
stuff.
Dick Grayson at the time. Yes. Yeah. Fun story. I had another message off Scott Snyder about that recently.
God, what have you done?
I know. Hey, what can I say? I love the guy, but sometimes his comic books don't always grab me in the way that I want them to, and I guess I get a bit disappointed, and I voice my disappointment, and he messages me on Twitter about it. He's always lovely. He's always trying to explain to me what I've probably missed. And I'm like, no, I get it. I just didn't like it that much.
I follow him on Instagram. And do you know what his pictures on Instagram are?
Him and his kid.
Him and his kid.
All the time.
Him and his family. His new writing studio. Yeah. He is possibly the nicest man on the planet.
I know, and I keep upsetting him. And I really don't mean to.
Oh, God, you're awful.
I know. Anyway, fun story.
Yep.
Robert Battenbat.
Yes.
I tweeted about that the other day in a reply to a Weekly Planet pod tweet.
Yes.
Robert Battenbat. Nick Mason, internet celebrity and everyone's friend, liked the tweet. Nick Mason doesn't like tweets. When I went to check it, the bastard had unliked it. I didn't screenshot my home screen. I was so excited.
Oh, my gosh.
I can't believe it. He got me.
Maybe that's his new thing. Maybe his new thing is to like and then unlike quickly.
He pranked me by liking it and then quickly unliking it. It was like, oh, no, I can't like it. Son of a bitch. I swear to God, on my children's life, it's true.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Right.
Next news story?
Yes, please, before I have a heart attack.
Jurassic World 3.
Yes. Which we don't know that have a title for yet.
No. I didn't watch the short. Did you watch the short?
No, apparently it was great. And it bridges the gap either between Jurassic World and Jurassic World 2 or 2 and what's coming in 3. But I haven't watched it, so I don't know.
Need to watch it because apparently it's good. But Laura Dern, Sam Neill and Jeff Goldblum are all returning for Jurassic World 3.
For their characters, who are, Nate?
Hang on. Ellie Sattler.
Ian Malcolm,
and
Don't get Sam Neill's character wrong, Nathan.
Alan Grant.
Well done.
Thank you.
God.
Again, brain.
Whoa.
Everyone's got the cogs working. It's late. It's been a long couple of weeks.
Yes, it has. Star-Lord and what's he called? Fonzie's mate's daughter are back, right?
Yes.
Who are they again? Chris Pratt and
Howard.
Bryce Dallas Howard. Yes, that's
Gwen Stacy.
Yes, the one. Yes, that's right. She is Gwen Stacy. That's right. Yeah. Do you know what? I will. I think that's quite a good move because I don't think a lot of people loved Jurassic World 2.
Agreed.
Fallen Kingdom of Dinosaurs on Earth.
Yeah.
So, I haven't actually seen it.
No, I reviewed it for you, and I was like, it's fine.
Yeah, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
I'll not rush out and watch that film then.
It's 2 movies in one. There's The Island, and then there's
which
a
I
horror.
bet is great.
The Island's really good, and actually the horror scene at the end is really good. The whole second half, they're just different and not a Jurassic Park. The second bit is like not Jurassic Park. It doesn't feel Jurassic Park.
So what's the plot for episode 3 for movie 3 going to be then, Nathan?
Survival.
Where are the dinosaurs? They're not on an island again, are they? They've blown up the last one, right?
Yes.
So where are they now? Are they in the continental United States?
Yes, they are. Yes.
Great.
Some of them were.
Oh, I see. Right. Okay. Some of them were somewhere else, were they?
Yeah, and this is spoilers for anyone that hasn't seen Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom.
Uh-huh.
There's a cloned person.
It's a clone of Hammond, right?
No.
But it's a girl?
It's Hammond's retconned partner. So for the first 3 movies, there wasn't a partner for Hammond. He worked alone.
Yeah.
And then when they were like, oh, Jurassic World, there's another person that works with him all along.
Right.
And it's Zefram Cochrane himself.
Oh, yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah.
Leave it there.
Yeah.
Only the nerds have to know who it is.
Zefram Cochrane. Yes, the actor who plays Zefram Cochrane. Yes.
And and it's a clone of his daughter or something. I don't know. You were looking it up.
No, I'm not.
You are.
What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. It's a clone of his daughter. So his daughter died, and he recreated her with cells and made a clone of her.
Yeah, like the other.
They can clone human beings now.
Well, yeah. I mean,
so has she got frog DNA in her?
Who knows? It's not a very long leap, is it? From cloning dinosaurs from blood in mosquitoes to cloning a human being. It's.
Sure, I can get that. Yeah.
You're still looking him up, aren't you?
I am. Why can't I find his name? He's called James Cromwell.
He is
Nathan.
James Cromwell. Yes,
I knew that.
This is a power move on the studio's part, right? They know that 2 wasn't as well received critically or financially.
Yeah.
So they're definitely doing a 3rd because they've already greenlit it. How can they get people back in?
Bring back the main 3 guys from the original. Yeah.
Nostalgia, etc.
Nostalgia. Very powerful nostalgia.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Very much so.
Do you feel good about this or do you feel it's dirty?
I think you've hit the nail on the head with being a power move. I'll wait for a trailer. I'll see what it's like.
Agreed.
You know, I didn't like the trailers for Jurassic World 2. I just thought it looked a bit... whereas Jurassic World looked fun and like it recaptured the original nostalgia again. Yeah. This one, when it took it off the island, I was like, yeah, they took Jurassic Park 2 off the island, and I didn't like that one when it went off the island.
I quite like Jurassic World 2, but I do know what you mean. It's not as good. Did you like Jurassic World?
Yeah, it was fine. Yeah.
There's been this weird boomeranging with people's opinions of Jurassic World. Like when it first came out, everyone was like, oh, it's amazing. And now they're all like, oh, it was really, really silly, wasn't it? I'm like, it's
a dinosaur movie.
Yeah.
What do you expect it to be?
Yeah.
It's not going to be highbrow film.
Yeah.
Cinema. It's a summer silly popcorn dinosaur flick.
It's Chris Pratt, the hottest man on the planet right now.
Pratt running around being Andy from The Office. Yeah. No.
From
Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
We are not on it today.
I'm not on it at all.
Fine.
Are we podcasting? Are we recording right now?
We are, yeah.
Okay,
oh, God.
Do you know what? I'll wait for a trailer, but I'll probably watch it because I like those 3 coming back. As long as they're not in it for like 5 seconds. And they're not killed off in the first act either.
That'd be funny if Sam Neill was.
We know everything about dinosaurs. Just leave it of us. Crunch, eaten, gone. I can't have that.
I don't want them to kill off Laura Dern. That would be the worst.
Them reuniting with the original T-Rex. Oh, if it lived. Did the original T-Rex live? I think it did, right?
Yes.
Them reuniting with that bad boy, because that was the original T-Rex from Jurassic Park, right?
Yes,
still alive.
At the end of Jurassic World, the T-Rex that roars in the final shot has got like scars on its side that
it's all
it got
messed
from
up, isn't
the
it?
first movie.
The raptors and stuff.
Yeah. So I don't remember what happened to it in Fallen Kingdom. I'm sorry.
I'm sure it lived.
Yeah,
because of course it lived.
It's the star of the show.
It's the real star of the movie, right?
She's the star. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Let's do it. I'll watch this film probably after I watch the trailer, and if I like the trailer, and if I don't, then I won't. Nerd Scene.
I'm not going to explain Nerd Scene because James isn't here. It's where we talk about the stuff that we're watching and read.
Yes, and we're nerds, and it's stuff that we've seen.
Yeah.
It's plain words. I got it. So you watched Ad Astra.
Yeah, now I need to... This is for you and you alone, Ben.
Okay. Spoilers for Ad Astra, because if you haven't seen it, skip.
I'll try not to spoil too much, but there'll be some stuff, definitely.
Okay.
I gave it a bad review when I spoke to you. And I messaged you.
Okay.
It is a very good movie.
Right.
It is. There's no doubt about it, all right?
I've heard differing things, but okay.
It's just not as... It's not as big and clever as it thinks it is.
Right.
It's somewhere between 2001: A Space Odyssey and Gravity. And I love 2001: A Space Odyssey.
It's fine, yes.
And I really don't like Gravity.
Wow. Okay. See, I really like Gravity, but I saw it at the cinema and it was a thing.
Yeah. Gravity makes no sense at all.
It makes sense if you suspend all belief in science.
Correct.
Okay.
And yet it's attempting to be science, right? It's attempting.
Of course. Yeah.
So there are bits of that in this movie. And it's got a little bit of like the Thin Red Line. Have you seen that Terrence Malick movie, the war movie?
For God's sake. What, it's long 20-minute shots of flowers swaying in the wind.
That makes me feel so good.
Don't rub your nipples when I say
I
that
love that movie so much.
So weird.
Yeah, I know. But it's got a bit of that. Like Brad Pitt stares out the window of his spacecraft quite a lot. And there are beautiful shots in it, like stuff that is just designed to be on a huge cinema screen. And and a lot of that is Brad Pitt's beautiful face.
He is very beautiful.
He is. So when I messaged you about it, I was like, oh, it's really disappointing. Oh, it's not very good. And I sort of stopped and I had to think. I think this is a good movie. It is a very good movie. It just is not quite as good as it thinks it is.
Right. Okay. I've got you. That is consistent with what you said in your message to me.
Yeah,
I've seen it. It's good. It's not as good as it thinks it is.
Yeah,
but it's good.
I certainly hyped it up too much in my head because I saw the trailer and I thought this looks completely up my alley. Everything about it is amazing. And even on our last podcast, we talked about it. You know, things we were looking forward to.
Yes.
And
was Ad Astra one of yours?
Yeah, well, I snuck it in because we were talking about the autumn.
Oh yeah,
and
I remember. Don't remember at all. But fine.
So I saw it, and I recommend everyone go see it. If you like sci-fi, if you like Brad Pitt, if you like blockbuster movies, if you like things that make you think, if you like
possible suspension of disbelief in science,
yes. If you like some pretty creepy stuff.
Oh, well, you don't like pretty creepy stuff.
No, there was a scene in the middle where I was like,
oh, okay. What do you like? Now, doesn't he ride a nuclear explosion back to Earth or something?
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep.
Very Star Trek.
Yep.
I'll buy it.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, no, at that point in the movie, I literally had the thought to myself, well, this has gone Star Wars. And it was like before that, it had been like, here's the airlock and here's the suit and the everything's, the gravity and it's all very clever and sciencey. And then and then he rides a nuclear wave.
Okay.
Moving on.
Sure, yeah, moving on. Why not? You haven't got anything else for Nerd Scene? You've been busy.
Did I talk about watching The Prestige last time?
No.
I watched The Prestige.
Okay.
It's really good.
It is. Yeah. I mean, it's a bit old now, Nathan.
I hadn't seen it. It was one of the Nolan films I hadn't seen.
Yeah, it's a very good film. It's a very good film.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say about it. It was really good.
I mean, spoilers for that film that came out, 15 years ago or something. Did you guess the twist?
I already knew a little bit of it.
Okay.
But the twist isn't really actually the twist.
The twist with the twins isn't.
That's the twist, right?
Well, it's supposed to be the twist, but I guess at the same time the twist is that...
The clones.
Wolverine is cloning himself and then killing one version and then living his life as the clone.
So I knew there were clones.
Right.
That's what had been spoiled for me. So I assumed that the twins were clones.
Right.
So when it was twins, I was like, well, I knew that was him.
Yeah.
Like I knew it was Batman playing Batman.
Sure.
Okay. But because I could like see the wig or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But then when it was like he's a twin, I was like, oh, that's amazing. Like when he cut off his finger and everything.
Yeah. Oh, the commitment that those guys put into living their life as one person or another person and then swapping.
Yes.
I mean, just
very clever.
Wow.
That's what I mean. That's the clever bit, right? The actual cloning bit, you kind of, as soon as you see Tesla, and like the machine, and then you saw the hats at the beginning, you're like, oh, well, there's clones.
Yeah.
So, or did you? I don't know. Maybe I've been told because I've been told.
Well, yeah, it's a typical Nolan thing. He reveals the plot of the movie in the beginning with images and then moves away from it.
Yeah, and then he sort of lean hard into clones, and then you're led to believe that Batman has cloned himself. And it's not, and that's very clever.
I don't clone myself. My twin.
Yeah. It's so off-putting with the English accent.
It's terrible.
So off-putting.
And you probably didn't like all the fact that a lot of birds got killed in this film, right?
Yeah, it's real sad, yeah.
Isn't it just? All those pretty little songbirds getting crushed.
I know.
And he's got another one up his sleeve.
I know.
It's like, this bird's fine. And there's that kid who knows that, no, this bird's just died.
Yeah.
You just killed this bird.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. The Prestige, good film.
Really good.
Why didn't you watch it until now?
I don't know. I've never got round to it.
I've seen 3 episodes of Peaky Blinders season 5, and I'm here to tell you it's great.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's really good. I was a little bit worried because Jim Bob, friend of ours on Twitter.
Oh, yeah, very good friend, yeah.
Who's very much into Peaky Blinders, watched the first episode of season 5 and was like, I don't really get what the show's about anymore. It's too much slow-mo and music doesn't belong in this era. And
I saw that tweet, yeah.
Yeah, and I thought, shit. Because what I've done is I've saved it all up to binge watch it.
Oh, is it out? Is it all out? Is it?
It's all out. I think the last episode was on Sunday just past.
6 episodes?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure, that's right. 6 or 5 or 7. But it's definitely finished, whatever it is.
Okay.
So I've watched 3 and I'm really enjoying it. I get what Jim was saying. There was almost an overuse of slow-mo, almost Scott Snyder-esque overuse of slow-mo in the first episode.
Zack Snyder.
Did I say Scott Snyder?
Yeah, you just got. Do
you mean my internet best friend, Scott Snyder?
You just want to offend him in every way you can.
I meant Zack Snyder. Yeah, a little bit too much slow-mo in the first episode, but it sort of moves away from it in the second. And the plot, they never rush the plot of a season. So it's always the first episode is reminding everyone where everyone is and what everyone's doing.
Okay.
And then the plot unfolds from episode 2 onwards, like the driving plot of the season.
Yeah.
It's good. It's really good.
One day, is this the last season, do you know? Or is there more?
Don't think so. I think they're going to be at least 2 more.
Okay. One day I'm going to mainline it.
Yeah.
But it's not now. It's not today.
No. And that's fine. There's too much TV for anyone to watch everything.
Yeah.
That's fine. Also, I'm about 4 issues into Volume 1 of The Boys.
Oh, yes.
Comic book by Garth Ennis based on the TV show that was on Amazon recently.
What a great writer.
Yes, he is. When I read the preamble by someone I don't know who's an editor of comic books, it's not important, whatever it is. Apparently, he wanted to out-Preacher.
Wow.
So when I read that, knowing I haven't finished Preacher all the way through yet, but I've read 3 books of it.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
You know where Preacher's
I know where
going.
this. I know where that comic goes. So I'm guessing I know where this one goes. It's faithful to the TV show to a degree. What I've read so far, but there are differences.
Okay.
So have you seen the show?
No, I haven't.
It's worth watching.
Yeah, no, I should. Again, it's on the list. Yeah.
I would say I don't think it's as good as everyone's making it out to be. At the same time, it's still very good.
Is it because you and I have read quite a lot of What If Superman Was Bad comics?
Anti-hero type of comic books like that. Yeah,
we've read like the Warren Ellis has done some stuff.
Irredeemable. And
Irredeemable. And
Red Sun.
Yeah, Red Sun. So we kind of got an idea of, yes, if Superman was bad, he'd be a right shithead. And I think that's what The Boys is leaning into.
Yes, but it's not just Superman being bad. They're all bad.
Right, okay. But then again, we've seen...
To varying degrees, yeah.
Like JLA Volume 3, where it's the Earth 3.
Earth 3,
yeah.
Legion of Villains. Or
yes, exactly. All that stuff. So maybe it's played out a little bit. I get it. I
think the show didn't really go... There wasn't as much action in the show as I hoped. However, what the show did give me was faith that Amazon are probably going to do a pretty good job with Invincible.
Oh, cool.
With the Invincible show. Whilst that's going to be animated, if they can get away with what they got away with in live action, then they will go all out in the animated show, and that will kick ass.
Bringing it back round,
yes.
I saw that We Have a Hulk podcast tweeted that Phoebe Waller-Bridge has signed a exclusivity deal with Amazon.
Oh, has she?
She has.
Oh, good. That is good.
Found that out from our very good friends, and we have a Hulk.
Did you also know that they're going to New York Comic Con?
Yep.
They hope to meet up with Ryan Otley,
Yep.
who will see them because he's there. He's going to be drawing. And I said, hey, you should also meet up with the Invincible podcast guys. And they were like, yeah, we'll be there. We'll check them out. It'll be great. So I'm arms across the ocean. We're bringing people together.
Do you know who else is there?
Who?
Marshall Julius.
Oh, coming soon.
Yeah, coming soon.
Spoilers, coming
Spoilers,
soon.
yeah.
Yeah, very good. Okay, right. I think that's Nerd Scene, right?
Yeah, have I watched anything else?
You've probably watched loads, but you can't remember.
I've been reading a lot.
Yeah.
Eye of the World, Wheel of Time.
Wheel of Time, yeah, I know about that one. Eye of the World is
Eye of the World is book 1 of Wheel of Time.
Right, okay, fine. Okay, good.
Robert Jordan. It's very good. It starts
Women
out...
know magic, men are worthless.
Sort of.
Something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It started out very Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
And I was a bit like, oh, is this just doing Lord of the Rings? I'm not sure. And I gave it a go. And I'm 3/4 of the way through the first book. And I'm like, this is bloody good. It's real good now. It's like taking a shift. And it's like, it's kind of... There's a group of main characters and they've gone off in different directions, and each direction is as interesting as the rest. So I'm never like, oh, I'll get back to that other story. I'm like, oh, what's going on here? It's very good. I'm really interested. I really like it.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Did you ever read that book I bought you for your birthday last year?
It's on the list. It's on the pile.
What is it again?
The Name of the Wind.
Good. I got no idea what it's about. I can't remember.
Fantasy stuff.
Yeah. Isn't it the Dark Lord Wins or something?
That was Brandon Sanderson's
something else
series. Yeah.
Okay. Well, good. I'm sure you'll enjoy it, whatever it is.
I can't wait. I'm
or you won't, or it'll be crap. But
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll lie to me and say it was good and you loved it. That's good. Right. Anyway,
Should we go on to the topic for today?
let's do a topic.
So, J.J. Abrams,
Yes, JJ.
or Jabrams, as we like to call him on this podcast,
Yes. Okay.
we're going to call this podcast WWJJD. What would JJ do?
That's good. That's
Because
very good.
He this was announced like on the 12th, so this is like 2 weeks ago. This news.
And I missed every single bit of it.
Yeah.
Me? Yeah. Okay.
J.J. Abrams and his film company,
Bad Robot.
have signed an exclusivity deal with WarnerMedia worth $250 million.
So that's a significant chunk of money.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It really is. So WarnerMedia is like HBO,
Yep.
Warner Brothers,
Yes.
DC,
Yes.
etc. So we
So-
started thinking.
So thinking, wildly speculating.
Wildly speculating. So, okay.
It's not been announced yet, has it?
No,
What this deal
no.
actually means.
I mean, JJ was very closely linked to a Superman movie at one time.
Yes, Superman Flyby.
I believe so.
Okay.
And
And he tested Henry Cavill
he did.
for the role of Superman, and I've seen a picture of him wearing that suit.
It was wearing the excuse me,
Christopher Reeve suit.
Christopher Reeve suit. Wasn't
Yes.
he? Yes.
He looked good.
And then they went a different direction and they did
Brandon Routh, Superman
Returns.
Returns, with
Yeah.
terrible human being Bryan Singer, allegedly.
Yes. Yeah. And Kevin Spacey. I thought you were going to go that route, but
Oh,
hey.
well, yeah. Also allegedly, but probably actually.
Yeah,
Yes.
oh.
Yeah.
That movie now makes me feel a bit icky.
Let's not watch it again.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
So we know that J. Abrams is very, very interested in superhero stuff.
Yes.
And he's just signed an exclusivity deal with Warner Brothers.
And he's not done a superhero movie yet, has he?
No. And his whole thing, whether he likes it or not, is he is a franchise fixer.
Wow. Okay.
Right?
Now, well, yes. I mean, he's got that from directing Mission Impossible 3, which went wildly off the rails after Mission Impossible 2, right?
Yes.
Let's not talk about that anymore.
No.
So he then came in and he did that. That got that franchise back on track.
Yeah,
Fixed
fully.
that franchise.
Yeah, yeah.
What did he do then, Nathan?
Then he did Star Trek.
Right. Now, for my son, who I will make listen to this bit of this podcast, can you tell me a little bit about your love of Star Trek and then what J. Abrams did with it that made it so good?
So Star Trek had become very stale.
Right.
It had got to a point where, much like in comic books when they're at issue 912,
Yes.
it's very inaccessible for new people.
Mm-hmm.
And it had lost some of that wild, fun charm
Okay.
that it had before.
Then J. Abrams walks in.
Then James walks in and he says, let's start again.
Okay.
And he brings in Chris Pine and, help me out,
Zach Quinto.
Zach Quinto. and Keith Urban.
Carl,
one of them.
One of those, yes.
Not the musician.
Mr. Urban,
Yeah.
yes.
And Star Trek is reborn.
Yes, it is.
Star Trek 2009 is one of the most fun movies I've ever seen.
It is a lot of fun. It really is.
It's not always good.
What bits?
So the entire bit where Chris Pine meets Leonard Nimoy on the ice planet and can see Vulcan being destroyed in the sky and gets attacked by a giant red monster that gets scared away by a flame.
Oh yes, and then there's a mind meld, and it's like,
this
is the plot of the film.
Yeah, and then
okay. All right, I get
Scotty can figure out transwarp technology before, like he's even
not transwarp. It's No, I beg your pardon. It is transport.
Yeah, so you can transport through warp. Yeah, which he couldn't do for any of the. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. It's Star Trek.
Yes, it was great.
It was a really brilliant, fun sci-fi romp.
And what it did was stripped everything back.
Yeah,
strip it back to its core elements and finds those core elements of those characters, and then thrust them in your face in a way that you couldn't help but smile.
Very much like he did for Mission Impossible 3.
Yeah. Okay. And quite a lot like he did for The Force Awakens.
Right, let's talk about this.
Okay.
Because it's on record.
Yeah.
It's out there, Nathan.
And it's recorded, yeah.
You didn't like The Force Awakens when you first saw it.
It's not that cut and dry, Ben.
Right, now listen. I think The Force Awakens is a different beast to Star Trek and Mission Impossible.
Okay, tell
Purely
me about
because I don't think J.J. Abrams was given free rein on that film. I think if he was given free rein, the way that helped me, Last Jedi, Rian Johnson was given free rein.
Yes, yeah.
I think it would have been a very different film and probably even better than what we got.
I think you're
But what
right,
they did was, right, this is the script. This is what we want you to deliver. It needs to reflect very much A New Hope.
Yeah.
But be new.
Yeah.
So it's A New Hope. It's the 1977 version.
Has all the story beats of A New Hope.
That's right.
Yeah.
But it's up to date. It's 30 years later. These guys, this is what's happening, yada, yada, yada. These guys are back. I think there are elements of it that were definitely him. So I think the First Order is him.
Yeah.
I think...
Ray is him.
Yeah, and I think Kylo Ren's probably him as well.
Yeah.
But I think that he might have gone more into that plot and maybe had Luke Skywalker do something.
Yeah.
They were like, no. Keep
Hold
all
on,
that.
yeah.
We're going to hold on to that for later. Just keep it within the realms of this bit.
Yeah. Because I think I think the studio probably wanted Luke Skywalker to be Yoda. So
yes,
because Han Solo is Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yes.
You know, Kylo Ren, Darth Vader, Finn and Poe are both Han Solo.
Yeah, but also Luke's because Rey's Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, Rey's
right.
Luke.
Yeah.
So they wanted to hold him back, and I think they're probably whacking him at the end is just fan service.
Yeah,
the whole scene on Han and Chewie's like freighter thing.
Yeah,
that's got J. Abrams written all over it. It's got weird monsters and action and silly. Yeah,
I really like that.
I know it's so dumb, but it's actually quite fun.
Yeah. So what we're saying is that Abrams, he can direct a film.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And he can tell a good, engaging story.
Yeah.
Now let's wildly speculate.
Okay. So I think he's been brought on to fix the DC movies. I genuinely do.
This is a brave move.
Yeah.
Because he's never directed a superhero film before. However, I'm going to say this right now. I should have brought this up in Nerd Scene. I'm reading the Spider-Man comic book.
Absolutely.
That he has written with his son. Yep. Sarah Pichelli's doing the artwork. By the way, the colouring's actually good once you get into it.
Oh, we had a conversation about whether it was good or not.
And it's stripped the character back.
Yep.
And it's gone somewhere I didn't think it would. And it's bloody good. And there's a mystery box, sort of.
Yeah, that's the other thing we should say. He loves mystery boxes. He did a TED talk about mystery boxes.
He did. And you find that for me and I'll link it below.
Okay, yeah. His whole thing is he likes there to be a MacGuffin, a sort of a Hitchcockian style thing that people are going for, where it's not just a tool that does something.
Yes.
Or drives the plot forward. It does drive the plot forward, but it drives the plot forward by mysterious elements.
Yes,
we don't know what is in the mystery box.
So let's talk about the three films that we just talked about. So Mission Impossible 3, the mystery box is the rabbit's foot that everyone's trying to get hold of.
Yeah.
You never find out what that is, ever. It could be a computer virus, Could be technology virus of some sort. It could be, who knows? You never find out what it is.
Opening it also almost makes it pointless.
Yes, absolutely, because it takes the mystery away. Therefore, who cares? The MacGuffin, the mystery box for Star Trek is probably the time travel, right? Although they do explain it.
Yeah.
Possibly. The Force Awakens, the mystery box is...
It's Rey, right?
Well, yes, it is Rey, but it's also Rey can suddenly use the Force.
Yes.
She suddenly gets called to Luke's lightsaber.
Yes.
And whatever the little alien thing, Maz Kanar.
Yeah.
You said, well, how'd you get that? Oh, yeah, good story. For another time.
Yeah, exactly.
Mystery box.
Mystery box,
We'll get to that later.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he loves to do that sort of thing. I think you're right about the superhero stuff. I think maybe the dipping the toe with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He also did Lost, obviously, as well, which is one entire show of mystery boxes.
And Alias, which I've never seen, but I hear it's very good.
I hear it's very good as well.
Yeah.
So hear me out here.
Okay, I'm listening.
This is how he fixes it.
Okay, I'm
listening.
listening.
This is how he just runs in and says, this is how we do it.
Okay.
Go back to the source material, the comic books.
Right.
Strip it back to bare basics. Do the first movie as a Flash movie. And they've been teasing the Flash movie, dangling it in front of us since...
Before Justice League came out.
Before Batman vs. Superman. I mean, they've been talking about this.
Okay.
Do you know Justice League was 2016?
No, that's not true.
2017.
That's probably true.
2017, that's 2 years ago Justice League came out.
No.
Yeah.
Did it?
Yeah, it did, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely 2017.
How shocking is that?
Pretty shocking, actually, because it doesn't feel like that long ago. My God.
Therefore,
yeah,
it's time to do it. It's been 2 years since their biggest flop. They've had 2 great movies since then. Great in terms...
3 great movies since then?
Great in terms of box office. Shazam, Aquaman.
Wonder Woman?
Oh, it was before, wasn't it? Before Justice League?
Maybe.
But yes, so they've had 3 really, really well-received movies. Right?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
That have shifted the tone a little bit.
Yeah.
So keep them.
Uh-huh.
How do you keep them but get rid of the stuff you don't want?
Maybe a multiverse.
Maybe a multiverse. There we go. We've only been talking about it for the last 2 years or whatever. Do Flash. So the multiverse started in the comic books. People who don't know, it started in the Silver Age. DC Comics had a whole series of characters. They had the Justice Society, which was Batman, Superman, Green Lantern, Flash, a whole load of other people, Wonder Woman, loads of people. Real golden age, real sort of...
What Green Lantern was it?
Well, this is where I was going to go. That was the Alan Scott Green Lantern.
Ah, right, so magic-y Green Lantern.
Exactly.
Right.
And the Flash at the time was the Jay Garrick Flash, and he looked a bit like Hermes, the god. He had the silver hat with the wings on the hat.
Yeah.
Sales started to drop, and Green Lantern definitely dropped off. Flash dropped off. Things were not going well, so they reinvented those characters. They literally just said, those characters don't exist anymore. Here's who the Flash is. Flash is now Barry Allen. His powers aren't from some mysterious god or anything. They're now science-based. Green Lantern is now a space cop. It's trying to look at the zeitgeist and do all the spacey, sciencey stuff.
Yeah.
And in the Flash comic book, he runs so fast that he breaks the barrier between the multiverses and he meets the original Flash. And it's their way of saying that's why these characters exist. And the original Flash, the Golden Age, is all Earth 2.
Now, okay, let me just quickly say in here, the Golden Age characters exist now, though, don't they, in the actual universe because of the Crisis on Infinite Earths,
and
right?
Infinite Crisis,
and
Final Crisis, and
Final
New
Crisis.
52, and
Jesus
all the other
Christ.
crises.
Yeah.
Yes, so there were like Infinite Earths, and then there was 52 Earths, and then there was one smushed together Earth, and there were a few different iterations of that, and they've basically had where they've had like the Justice Society or the Marvel family, and they were all heroes on different Earths, and then the villains, which we talked about on Earth 3.
Yeah.
They were all on Earth 3, and Lex Luthor was actually the hero, etc., etc. Go there. That's what I think he'll do with it. Because
multiverse it completely.
that is Star Trek 2009. Because that's what he did.
Yeah, it's all still there.
Yeah.
But then let's reboot it slightly.
Right in the opening scene.
Yeah.
A ship comes through time, changes events.
Yes.
All the characters that you know and love still exist,
But there's just a separate timeline.
And there's one throwaway line, an alternate timeline. They throw that line in there, and then they move on with the movie.
So how would they do it? Would they just have the Flash breaking the? It couldn't just be a Flash film. I don't think.
So what you're
thinking? It could be a Justice League film,
right?
That has elements of Flashpoint in it, but then just sets it off on a different path.
But the trouble with doing a Justice League movie is you have to admit the other movies exist. And if you want to recast Batman and Superman, and you want to get Green Lantern out there, and you want to recast Flash, you need to kind of not shine a light on them.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Right. So tell me how he would do it. What would JJ do?
I think he would have an opening scene where we see the Speed Force breaking things.
Okay.
Right early on.
Right, I'm listening.
You wouldn't discover what that was until halfway through the movie, at which point Flash, who's new, just gets his powers, runs too fast, and is met by an older Flash who teaches him about the multiverses.
So who's playing the older Flash?
Well.
Ezra Miller?
No, I think get rid of both of them. Get rid of that and get a new guy in.
Okay.
And you could show Ezra Miller.
Right.
You could go like, there are multiple versions of us.
Yes, and they can show, all the other guys that was from the Flowerverse.
You could even show the Flowerverse. You could do.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, they could.
But just go down a different route. And then, when you get to the third act, and he has to save the day from Reverse Flash, Zoom.
Sure, yeah.
He has to call in some friends. He knows about other people that are there, and one other person could come in.
What? Because he looks at a USB stick with all these files on it,
No.
So what?
Because Batman already exists by then.
Okay, so what you're saying is multiverse it.
Yeah, straight away.
Keep some people who want to stay. For example, Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, probably.
Yeah,
maybe
she's a moneymaker, right?
Yeah. You want to keep Shazam. You probably keep Aquaman.
Shazam might be the way. Yes, agreed. Shazam might be your cameo because he's lightning powers.
Oh, very good. Yeah. Very good. So with this, they have one universe where Batman is Ben Affleck and Superman is Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
And then they go on a different way and they can recast those guys, the ones they have to.
Yeah.
And the Robert Batman is his own guy in a different multiverse, or in that one maybe. And you've got others as well. And the Suicide Squad is either that one from the original DCEU or it's the new one, and who cares?
Yeah, and you don't even have to brand it if you don't want to. You just get on with it.
Just get on with it.
One throwaway line. You stick with nostalgia. And then you go hard into Green Lantern.
You see, I think he could do a really good Green Lantern.
And do it as a trilogy. Like, set it up as a trilogy. Sinestro is a good guy at the beginning.
Yeah, but everyone knows he's a bad guy. He's got a great big purple head.
I know, he's called Sinestro.
Sinister. Sinestro. Exactly. Yeah, come on.
But, like, he would do an amazing, wouldn't he? He loves sci-fi. He loves sci-fi.
Yeah, Star Trek.
Yeah.
Star Wars, all that. Yeah,
Super 8's got a sci-fi.
Yeah,
Cloverfield, sci-fi.
Yeah.
He loves it. Stick a man in space with a ring.
Wow.
And go hard into that. And I think that's the way you bring it back.
Do you seriously think though that they are going to give him the keys to this when he's never done a comic book movie before?
Yeah, absolutely, I do. I think he is a name.
However, he's got previous of making maybe franchises that weren't really going anywhere come back.
Yeah. He's the fixer, right? He's the franchise fixer.
Because let's face it, Star Wars wasn't exactly on a high with the prequel movies before they released The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
What had it been? When did The Force Awakens come out? 2015.
Let's say yes.
I'm going to say...
the other thing you could do...
2015, yeah.
The other thing you could do... Wonder Woman 84 is not out till next year.
Correct.
If these plans are starting now, you could do a 1 week reshoot on Wonder Woman and throw in a line somewhere that starts to tease a multiverse.
What, in Themyscira we know all about the multiverse or something like that?
Perfect.
I've done it.
You've done it.
Thank you, Warner Brothers. You can send your check to me here. Yeah.
But lay the foundation there.
Yeah.
And I think Wonder Woman 84 is going to be great. The first Wonder Woman was amazing. All the stills and all the posters and everything we've seen of the second film look amazing.
Yes, agreed.
Looks so bright and colourful. And
it's the 80s, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Great.
And I think you could do that easily there. And then finally,
I'm
work up to a Justice Society movie.
So Justice Society was the Justice League of the Golden Age,
Yes,
right?
it was. Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. You're not sure?
I don't know about Justice Society. I don't know, because if it's Justice Society and it's not Golden Age Green Lantern, Golden Age Flash, then it could upset people. Because you know what some of these comic book nerd guys, of which we are too as well, can be like. They can get very attached to what should be according to them.
So the reason I say Ghost Society, or at least call it that, is because of the stigma of Justice League as a movie.
Yeah, you want to do Justice Society of America, JSA?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. But the thing is, you've got to lean into the nostalgia. That's what you'd have to do. And you would do, right?
We've mentioned it about 3 times in this podcast already. Nostalgia is a very powerful thing. Yeah. We should do a podcast one day about nostalgia.
I mean,
this is a conversation we should probably have not whilst we're recording a podcast about something not to do with nostalgia.
Probably, but
sure.
Yeah, I mean, I wrote a few notes here about nostalgia. Like,
so you did.
What nostalgia exists for DC? That's what I was going to ask you.
Well, a lot of it they're covering off with the Crisis on Infinite Earths show they're going to do. So Smallville.
Yep.
Brandon Routh as Superman from Superman Returns.
Yep.
Other things. Kevin Conroy from
absolutely,
whatever it is, Batman the Animated Series and Batman games and stuff like that.
I think the Wonder Woman TV show with Linda Carter has got a lot of nostalgia about it. A lot of
huge amount of fan base as well. People love that show.
There's something there. There's something in that nostalgia you could lean into, and I'm not quite sure what it is. There's also things like Superman the movie, 70s movie.
Yes, of which Brandon Routh is going to be.
Yes.
He's the Christopher Reeve
Superman,
he is,
right? Yeah.
So he's also the Superman. This was on Weekly Planet this week. He's the Superman before the Infinite Crisis, right? So he's the all-powerful Superman who could shoot a small Superman out of his hand.
He has all the
and
powers.
Turn back time by flying really fast.
He's the Superboy Prime Superman.
So he's the guy who punches someone and accidentally obliterates them when he does it.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I thought you'd be stronger. Why? You're ruining everything. What are you doing? He's that guy.
Yes. Everyone should read Infinite Crisis.
Oh, if you have to, fine.
It's so good. It's so good. But yeah, I think nostalgia. I don't know. I haven't necessarily formed this, but I just sort of threw it out there about what the DC properties that you have nostalgia about. I mean, a lot of people have nostalgia about the Justice League cartoon series from the 90s.
Yeah,
it's very, very popular, and people know the Green Lantern from that, and it's Jon Stewart.
Yes,
it's not Hal Jordan.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's a great character. So maybe lean hard into that. There's the Young Justice TV show as well. People really like the Flash from the 90s. People remember that.
Yeah, I remember that. I used to watch that on Sky One.
You know, I think maybe Superman the movie. I think Superman the movie has got something in it that they might lean into. So if you're going to redo Superman, lean into some of what happened in that movie. But
okay,
it's not very modern.
No, it's not at all. Not at all.
But if you're ticking your sci-fi box with Green Lantern, you don't necessarily have to take Superman to the stars.
Well, what if they... Okay, this is a crazy thought, but what if they didn't go with the big 3?
Yeah.
What if they went with Flash, then they went with Green Lantern, then they picked up what they've done with Shazam and what they've done with Aquaman and build them into it and have their own... I don't know, they call it a Justice League or Justice Society or what have you. But then you reintroduce Diana.
Yeah.
After Wonder Woman 84. You recast or you go with Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, go with him, yeah.
And then someone else as Superman. Well, now, I do think it's a shame if Henry Cavill goes. I really, really do. Because I think there is a Superman film in that guy that is breathtakingly good, and we haven't seen it yet.
I agree, but I think we've already had precedent for him leaving. In Shazam, which you haven't seen.
No, Superman sits down, you don't see his face, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but it's the
suit.
It's the Man of Steel suit.
Yeah.
Batman vs Superman suit.
But it's not Henry Cavill. And they could have got him back if they wanted to. They could have.
You reckon?
Yeah.
What if he had a mustache?
I swear to God, I'm not talking about that mustache ever again.
I want to see... I still haven't seen stills of him wearing a mustache in the Superman suit, and I want to see them.
Yeah, I agree. I do.
I need to see them. Yeah. I think they've been wiped off the internet.
Yeah.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. But I think there's something in this. But I do wonder, is JJ... I mean, he's been a showrunner in the past.
Yeah.
But is he a Kevin Feige type character? Or does he want to sit in a director's chair and craft a really engaging film?
Maybe. I mean, maybe that's why you give him Flash and Green Lantern. to really get his teeth stuck into, and then Bad Robot picks up the rest. And he produces, or executive produces.
Yeah, because I guess that would work. He could do that, couldn't he?
Yeah.
And he could oversee like the talent scouting for the directors he wants. I mean, for the love of God, they've got James Gunn doing the Suicide Squad, right? I can't. They've brought back the original. Is it Patty Jenkins doing Wonder Woman 84?
It is.
Okay, so that's good. So they're going consistent with that. I can't remember who did Shazam. James Wan did Aquaman. He did a fine job with what he had.
Oh, the man who did Shazam has done stuff, and go on. He did some horror stuff, I think.
Sure, I'm sure he did.
He did, because there's a scene in Shazam that I was like, that's really scary.
Oh, honestly, when it comes to horror stuff, you are such a big wet lettuce.
Yeah, I am. I'm a big wet lettuce.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, I wouldn't want him
David
to be...
F. Sandberg.
Fine, yeah. Oh, I know all his films.
He did the Annabelle movies and Lights Out.
I know that. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, Lights Out. God, what a film.
You're lying now.
I know. Lights Out is based off of an internet short clip. Did you know that?
No, I did not know that.
There you go. You see? Yeah, I know more about you.
You do, yeah.
No, more about you. More about him.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Yeah. What do you think about this, right? So we've had some ideas. What does it make you think and feel?
Okay. Great. I'm very pleased if they give him the creative control to sit down, craft a script, and direct the movie that he wants to make. Fucking A, I'm on board.
Yeah,
because he will craft a sci-fi superhero action adventure romp that'll have a mystery box, and we'll love it.
Yep.
However, I think DC still haven't learnt their lesson, and that is, hey, we like making money. Make us all the money. Now, don't get me wrong. Wonder Woman was great. Aquaman was fun, I guess. I haven't seen Shazam, but I hear it's very, very good.
It's better than Aquaman, I promise you.
Good stuff.
And Man of Steel is good, as much as I rag on it.
Man of Steel is good.
Batman vs Superman Extended Cut is good.
It is good.
It's a bit rambly, but it's good.
But when people interfere...
Yes.
When people interfere and they say, hey, cut 30 minutes from Batman vs Superman so we can make more money at the box office, fuck you.
Yeah.
When people...
But
stifle creative control. Yeah. When they say, hey, this Justice League film isn't looking like what we want it to look like, fuck off.
Yeah.
And we're going to get the guy from Avengers in to finish this film off and make it an Avengers movie.
Justice League is really good fun, really stupid, but there are too many shots of Diana's bum. Now, don't get me wrong, Gal Gadot is one of the most beautiful women on the planet. And I love her bum, but that is over-sexualized and not okay.
Of course it is, but that's what Joss Whedon does.
It's not okay.
I know it's not okay, Nathan. I'm here to agree with you. You're preaching to the converted here, my friend.
Is there a hashtag not okay? Because there should be.
Yeah, well, it's hashtag me too.
Yeah, but I'm not sure it
not
counts.
okay is also probably in there. Anyway, what was I saying? Listen, let him. If you're gonna get this guy on to do it, you're gonna make him sign a $250 million exclusivity contract. Let him have control and make the movie that we know would be good because he's done it 3 times before. He can do this. Let him do it. Let him have control. And if it goes well, which I'm sure it probably would, let him help to build what you can do from then. Even if they don't combine any of this stuff. Even if he makes a Flash movie, standalone, and then he makes a Green Lantern movie, standalone, and these characters don't show up, and they don't do any of the JSA stuff, like you said, and these characters just have their own standalone films, they are good enough to operate on their own. Green Lantern, the story of Green Lantern, whichever Green Lantern you want to pick, is good enough.
Jessica Cruz.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. I would go with that.
Yeah.
Good enough to stand on its own. If it has to stand on its own, because that's where the story takes it that he writes, let it stand on its own. Don't crowbar someone in with a bloody USB stick, which shows all their origins. No one needs it.
No,
do you know what, though? I would say bring back Ray Fisher as Cyborg and do a Cyborg film. I was super hyped for a Cyborg film. You know, when Kevin Smith ages ago was talking to someone in Warner Brothers.
Wasn't it Jeff Johns? He was on stage with Jeff Johns.
I don't know if it was or if it was someone else, but he was saying, but what you don't understand about Cyborg is that he's a machine and he's always on. He's always processing data. And I hadn't ever thought about that before. And I was like, holy shit, you could do so much with that. J.J. Abrams could do so much with that.
Cyborg was a character that was made before his time. When he was first introduced in the 80s, the internet didn't exist.
Oh, well,
okay.
Sure. In its current guise, not at all. Yeah, sure. I get it.
He was a character that's made up with that sort of almost fear of science of computers.
Yeah.
Now
We embrace technology.
Cyborg is the most powerful superhero in the world now because he can control everything.
Yes. I want to see J.J. Abrams do something with that. Cyborg and Green Lantern, I'm cool for. Flash, fine if you set up the multiverse, but they could do it in other ways. I'm here for it. The multiverse where I said they could do it, again, though, this goes to Justice League, or you could do something with this. You take an established shot from what's come before. So something from Man of Steel, or something from Justice League, or something from probably Wonder Woman, because they're going to keep her.
Yeah.
Take that established shot, zoom all the way back. So whatever it is, Diana stood on a tank in the First World War.
Yeah.
Take it all the way back, spin it around the sun, back to a different alternate multiverse Earth.
Yeah.
Diana stood on the tank, but it's different because the outfits that the Germans are wearing in the First World War are Nazi outfits from the Second World War, something like that.
Yeah.
Make it different.
She's got like big metal shoulder pads. Now.
Something
different. Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah,
Take an established
nice.
shot from something you're going to keep, spin it all the way, zoom all the way out, round the sun, past Mars, all that shit, back into Earth, and it's a different Earth and a different multiverse. Something like that, and then carry it on. Simple thing. You don't have to do the Flash, which, to be fair, I'm not sure if I want to see a Flash film. I'm sure JJ could do something.
Yeah,
with it,
I just don't think you've been given good Flash material because the Flash in the comics is.
Listen, I've read some Flash comics. I've read Flashpoint. I get it. It's good.
I know.
I also know that Barry Allen isn't actually fast enough to break the multiverse barrier without running on the cosmic treadmill.
You do know these things.
So he's no Reverse Flash who could just do it whenever he likes. Do you know what I mean?
True, yeah.
Okay, listen.
Wait, I've got two more to throw at you.
Go on then.
What do you think about a Superboy movie?
We talking Superboy Prime?
No, just Superboy.
So it's Superboy before he was Superman.
No, sorry, I'm talking about
Superboy.
Yeah.
Who is Superboy then to Superman?
At the minute, he is Superman's son with Lois Lane.
Oh, Jonathan Kent.
Yes, or you could do Connor Kent, who is a clone of Superman and Lex Luthor.
Who is Superboy as well? Is that wearing the black shirt with the red?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. A black t-shirt.
He was originally introduced in the Death of Superman and Return of Superman series, where there was a period between called World Without Superman, and 4 Supermen appeared. There was Steel, there was
Cyborg
Eradicator,
Superman.
Cyber Superman, and Superboy.
Right. Wasn't there a fourth? Was there a fourth?
Yeah, so Eradicator, Cyber Superman, Steel, and Superman.
Eradicator wears the sunglasses, right?
Yes, he does.
Fucking hate that guy.
Yeah,
I've
he's
sworn a
a
lot
right.
tonight. I'm tired.
Yeah,
I hate that guy.
He's a dickhead.
Yeah.
So what do you think about Superboy?
Yes, that could work. But it be Superboy that is a clone of Superman and Clark and Lex Luthor.
Why not? You've got a bit of Ray about that because it's kind of like, well, we've had Superman movies. Here's a new Superman.
Whoa. Ray's a clone?
Well, no, but you know what I mean. Like it's like.
Well, no, I don't know what you mean, Nathan. What are you saying, Nathan?
I'm saying it's a bit like Force Awakens in that you can have some original characters in there, but you can make it about new characters. Interesting, new.
So you could have this Superboy, and you don't know why he's Superboy. Yeah. He's not Superman, but he's Superboy, but you don't know who he is. Mystery box.
Follow that.
Yeah.
Just do Titans. Just go down the Titans route.
Yeah, you could do Titans. I mean, Superboy's in Titans season 2, I believe, on DC.
Yeah. And he's in the
streaming.
Titans in comic books.
Yes, yeah. Okay, yeah, I could do that. That's fine.
Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah, you could do that. He could do that. This guy can do anything. You got to let him have creative control, though. There's a wealth of comic book material you can draw from, and he can craft whatever he likes and do whatever he wants. Just let him have control. What's the second thing you want to throw at me?
Supergirl.
Yeah,
I'm sticking with the Super Family.
Yeah, fine. Yeah. Right. But is it Supergirl or is it Power
Girl?
Power Girl? Is it Power Girl?
So Power Girl is the
Earth 2?
She's the Earth 2 Supergirl. She's the cousin of Kal-El, spelt with just an L as opposed to an EL. From the kind of like the older Superman was the book we talked about earlier that Brandon Routh's going to play. Kingdom Come. This sort of Kingdom Come-y type Superman.
She's slightly over-sexualized as a character though, isn't she?
Yeah. She wears a bikini that sort of goes so far into her crotch that you definitely would be able to see everything. And she wears a boob window.
Cool.
A window for her boobs.
Yeah.
it's not okay.
We should probably move on from that, really.
It's not okay. Yeah, maybe just wear something a little bit. Yeah, she's a cool character, and she's a cool character because she can have the mystery box of why she
exists.
In fact, that's a great idea, Ben. That is a great idea. Start with that, because her whole storyline in Infinite Crisis is that she's the linchpin, because she existed outside of the reset of Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Yeah, so it was reset and she was still there and everyone was like, what?
Yeah, because she doesn't have a past.
Yeah.
And there is a Supergirl.
Yeah.
That's a good way to do it.
Well, but you could do that. You could take that and do it with anyone. So you could do that with Wonder Woman. You could do it with Aquaman. You could do it with Shazam. You could do it with Flash if they keep Ezra Miller off.
But wouldn't it be nice to do it with like lead the new DC thing with a female character? Wouldn't that be nice?
Yes, it would. Very good.
Maybe not over-sexualized.
Of course, but I do also think there's a worry to do it with a character that maybe people don't know as well as some of the ones that are established.
Okay.
Just saying.
It's a fair point.
Yeah.
My rebuttal to that would be Iron Man.
I take your rebuttal and I accept it. Yes, good point. Yeah.
I think
no one knew who Iron Man was in 2008, did
they didn't. We've probably talked this to death. Should we wrap it up?
Yes. In conclusion,
yeah,
I'm happy. I bet he doesn't touch any of the DC properties at all.
I don't know. That would suck.
He makes sci-fi movies for Warner Brothers and that's it. I don't know. Who knows? But if he does, I'm here for it. It'll be good as long as he gets creative control.
Agreed.
Final script, final edit, final cut of the movie, and he makes the film he wants to make. And he doesn't have to trim 30 minutes off to make more showings at the box office to make more sodding money. Then I'm not okay. Then Warner Brothers have lost me forever. Because this guy you got to respect. Because he can do it.
He's the real deal.
He is the real deal.
So, Ben, where can people find us if they want to tell us what they think of the things that we've been saying?
They can send us a tweet, nerdschatting on Twitter. They can comment on a post on Facebook, which is facebook.com/nerdschatting, or just search for Nerds Chatting. We're all over the place. We're on Instagram. Just search Nerds Chatting. You'll find us somewhere. Have you received any emails yet?
Yes, son.
Good. Anything you want to read out? You're not prepared.
No,
fine.
No.
I want to say thank you to Rob, that Robster, because he left us a review and it was lovely. Thank you, mate. That was really kind of you. And anyone else who's left us a review recently, I haven't checked for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, we're not thanking you. You suck.
Yeah. but if you left us a lovely review, then great. If you left us a 1-star, no comment review, that's also great. Thank you for reaching out and taking the time.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, cheers.
Can you do it from the app now?
Yeah, you could do it right from your phone. You don't even have to. If you got an iTunes account, you can leave us a review on there, and it can be 5 stars, and it's great. Yeah.
We're tired.
So
tired. So little plug. I've got another Just Chatting coming out soon.
Yes.
With a chap called Marshall Julius.
Yes.
If you don't know who that is, I recommend you go and look up his Twitter right now because he's a very cool dude.
Was it at Marshall Julius?
Yes, let's say yes.
I'll link it below.
Yeah.
I have to remember all these things. I've got a link below. What have I got a link below? I've got a link. That I've got a link.
The TED Talk.
The TED Talk from J.J. Abrams.
Yeah.
There was something else as well.
Something else, and I've forgotten it. Yeah.
I'll find out when I listen back. I can edit it. It's not a problem.
I hope everyone listening can feel how tired we are.
Yes.
I don't think we've lost any energy. I think we've kept the energy up.
Kept the energy up. I'm going to collapse when I come out of this room.
Yeah.
I can tell you that right now.
We've both got to drive home.
What are we going to do next time? Oh, hang on. We should also say that you've got a podcast out also on Just Chatting at the moment with Ian Young, who was formerly of the Super Nerds UK.
Yes.
Right. Now, I tweeted about this morning. Yes. I listened to everything apart from the last 6 minutes last night.
Okay.
Because I had kids to put to bed and I had comics to read. Life.
Yeah, life, yeah.
I got into the car to drive to work this morning, came on the podcast, put it on. Last 6 minutes, tears streaming down my face before I got to work at 8 o'clock in the morning. It was not a good start to my day, Nathan. I mean, it was a great end to the podcast because some of the stuff he's had to go through, and his son with a heart operation, and then his answer to what brings him joy. Son of a bitch, I was in floods.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
Everyone should listen to that, and I will tag that below because it was a really good podcast.
We've had a flurry of Just Chattings recently. So we had Mark from Skip to the End, who was a great guest. We had Wyatt, who does music online as an elementary school teacher. He's just
in America, he's a great guy.
Such a joy to talk to. Such a really just made me want to go and make stuff. Really creative. And then Ian, just a heartwarming and heartbreaking conversation. Really, really nice guy.
Who's coming up after Marshall then? Marshall Genius.
We got some plans.
We got some
plans in the work. Yeah.
Who's we? By we, you mean you?
Maybe, yeah.
Okay.
And if anyone else would like to be on Just Chatting, I will talk to anyone about anything that's happened in their life and welcome it. That's the point of the podcast. It's just chatting about you guys.
So you've talked to a current podcaster.
Yeah.
Very famous.
Yeah.
You've talked to an elementary school teacher who dabbles in doing online music.
Yeah.
Sets himself a deadline once a month.
Yeah, very good.
Third Friday of every month, or last Friday of every month.
Yes.
Something like that.
Yes, yeah.
He's got released new music. You've spoken to a former podcaster who has had health problems and is a lovely guy. And now you're talking to Marshall Julius, who is an author?
Well...
And Radio 4 presenter?
I am not even going to attempt to describe what Marshall said his job was. You've got to listen because it made me laugh out loud.
Oh, coming soon, I guess.
I've also talked to an ex-army brigadier and a very old Italian gentleman who lives in England. We do a lot of stuff like that, just about stories of your life. And I do it because selfishly I love to hear these stories, and I hope that means other people will like it as well. So, good. Should we wrap up the show?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. We'll be back in a couple of weeks.
Back in a couple of weeks. Something else. I don't know.
Nostalgia. We were talking about nostalgia.
Yeah, maybe. Or something's probably out which we'll review or something. Oh, Joker, right? Joker. That movie with the guy who's the Joker.
Yeah, if I have to watch it, I will.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.